Phantasm II by director Don Coscarelli. Given the ending of the first movie, one wonders how to continue from that. Despite some additional little exposition, they actually do pick up exactly from where the first one left off. The fact that they then continue 7-ish years later, with Mike being released from the mental ward, yeah, that's actually kinda legit too. Kinda, sorta. Given that, we proceed now a little more from Reggie's perspective than Mike's. Mike, well, he's been in a mental institution for a bit. There's also this Elizabeth chick who seems a bit off kilter too, but has some weird connection to him. And then there's Reggie. He experiences a devastating loss of his own after his ice cream truck business gets shut down for selling ice cream to a lactose intolerant kid, and the parent sues his ass off. Well, maybe not, but I'd wager that was the reason that we don't see his truck anymore. So anyways, Mike and Reggie set off to find the tall man, knowing how big of an evil prick he really is. They gear the fuck up and hit the road, only to find more towns laid waste by the dead midget harvesting that's the tall man's MO. Does it make sense? Yeah, sorta, kinda. Then that Elizabeth gal comes into play, obviously. Some credit for continuing this story. It established a pretty cool mysterious mythology with the tall man and his Jawa fuckeries and spherical sentinels. This continues that in a pure updated 80s fashion. Well, yeah, still horror based, also adds the element of a vagabond hunter story. The reality aspect of the first one gets a bit more neglected. James LaGrosse, whatever his name is, takes over as the older Mike character, for better or worse. Mostly worse. But he does acquire a cool flamethrower, and Reggie's 4-barrel shotgun is pretty fucking cool. Angus Scrim continues to be pretty badass. And a blink and you'll miss it reference to Sam Raimi and his Evil Dead goodness. So, nice nod there. This is okay. Sure, it could be a stronger film, but establishes itself as more of an action film here. Pretty odd ending, like the first, reminiscent of 1984's A Nightmare on Elm Street, which kind of cribbed its ending from 1979's Phantasm. Weird. Great scene. Those damn spheres. They get a little bit more sadistic in this one. Great quote. Mike, upon being released from the Morningside Psychiatric Hospital, they say it was all in your animation. Quote, like fuck it was, unquote. To himself, of course. Right back in the padded room you go. So for story, giving it 3 beers. Take some liberties with reality, versus the first one that was totally based on science. And the look, 4 beers. Overall, nice 80s upgrade. Great camera work and some cool shots worked in. Definitely a different vibe, but still needs to be checked out. If you like the first one, yeah, you kind of have to check this one out too, and maybe see where the next 1 or 3 go. That's going to be a personal call there. So, all right, dig it. Cheers.